on and discuss about gas chromatography in a little bit more detail. So in gas chromatography, what we have flow controllers where you can control the flow or the pressure of the flow, because as we discussed, the pressure of the flow or the velocity of the flow affects the whole system, because if we raise the velocity higher, then we can result in the overlapping of loops. That is not a good. So the resolution drops in these cases. If the resolution drops, then you can say the whole system do not work properly. So we need to have a perfect data, and for having those perfect data we need to control the flow. That's why we have the flow controller. We have a injection port. Normally it's a 6 chamber injection ports which are used. We have a sample which is injected through this injection port, and then we have the column, which is the main part, which is where the stationary phase resides and through which the mobile phase passes through. And at the end of the column we have the detector, which will detect that. Normally in this case we use thermal conductivity detector or TCD. We can use MSD and all these different types of detectors. Okay, and we know that we can use helium, argon, nitrogen gas as mobile phases, and we use these things. Okay, so what is going on in this case is the sample is transferring from this place, the flow is going from this direction. So this is the mobile phase, molecules passes through here. So mobile phase molecule actually makes this sample pass from this throughout the column and finally enters into the detector. When the detector detects it, it will end up it attached to a computer screen, and this computer process the data and it shows up in the monitor screen, and we can measure the peak height and the area for the quantitative analysis. And at the end of this detector, the whole mobile phase, which is not needed for the further purposes, which is useless now, is discarded or released from this whole system. And remember, each time when we run a chromatography, after the running of the chromatography, we have to clean this column, because we need to have a column which is free of any kind of molecules. Any kind of molecules from the previous experiments. Okay, that's why we need to have a clean column every time.